Which sea creature can change both color and skin texture instantly? Squid. Which drink was originally sold as medicine in pharmacies? Coca-Cola. Which country is famous for underground cave hotels? Tunisia. Which modern payment method uses tap-to-pay technology? NFC. Which everyday object inspired Velcro's invention? Burr seeds. Which puzzle game became famous for falling blocks? Tetris. Which natural phenomenon can create fire rainbows? Circumhorizontal arcs. Which animal survives freezing by partially stopping its heartbeat? Wood frog. Which internet term means sending too many unwanted messages rapidly? Spamming. Which famous canal saves ships from circling South America? Panama Canal. Which crop naturally improves soil nitrogen levels? Soybean. Which body sense weakens most during a cold? Smell. Which two countries shares the world's longest international tunnel connection? UK and France. Which country pioneered roads that charge electric vehicles? Sweden. Which famous ship carried Charles Darwin during his research voyage? HMS Beagle. Which everyday habit damages hearing over time most? Loud earphones. Which app feature disappears automatically after 24 hours? Stories. Which famous library burned in ancient Egypt? Library of Alexandria. Which material glow naturally under ultraviolet lights? Fluorite. Which body part contains the smallest muscle in humans? Ear. Which country uses more bicycles per person than cars? Netherlands. Which cyber term means testing systems by pretending to hack them? Ethical hacking. Which famous desert contains singing sand dunes? Gobi Desert. Which cloud type appears thin and feather-like high in the sky? Cirrus. Which ancient material was used to write before paper spread globally? Papyrus. Which fish can inflate itself dramatically for protection? Pufferfish. Which company created the first commercially successful video cassette recorder? Sony. Which body process speeds up during fear responses? Heart rate. Which natural surface reflects the most sunlight on Earth? Snow. Which historical empire used roads stretching over 3 continents? Roman Empire. Which animal stores water mainly in its bloodstream, not hump? Camel. Which internet file type usually stores compressed images? JPEG. Which shape rolls most efficiently with least friction? Sphere. Which modern battery metal faces major future shortages? Lithium. Which organ produces acid strong enough to dissolve metal surface slowly? Stomach. Which famous landmark slowly changes color during sunrise and sunset? Taj Mahal. Which number completes the pattern? "35. Which insect can carry objects many times heavier than itself? Dung beetle. Which metal is commonly added to toothpaste for cavity protection? Stannous fluoride. Which modern AI technique learns through trial and reward? Reinforcement learning.